cool friends, Jack, how are you all? Back again to Chanel Jack, a place to discuss life, relationships, and how to be the best version of ourselves. Jack is sure that many of you have felt like the world is unfair. What's wrong with me? Why don't other people see me as good as that? If you are thinking like that, don't worry. You are not alone. And Jack will discuss everything here, so just relax. Take a breath and listen until the end of the video. Okay? This time the topic is quite deep. We will discuss validation. Do you know what validation is? It is the feeling of having to be acknowledged by others, or less meaningful to our lives. What's worse is that sometimes it can make us forget ourselves. If you feel like this discussion is perfect for you. Why do we like to seek validation from other people? The answer is simple, because humans are social creatures. We want to be accepted, understood, and yes, acknowledged. But the problem is not everyone we seek approval from is worthy. Do you understand what I mean? Sometimes they don't care about us, and we end up wasting energy on things that won't make us happy. So here we have to start asking ourselves, am I chasing something that is not really important? Next, Jack wants to remind you of one important thing. Letting go of something doesn't mean we failed. Okay? Get rid of something or someone that is unhealthy is actually the most powerful step we can take. Jack knows this isn't easy. We often get stuck in our comfort zone, even though that zone no longer makes us develop. But remember, you are not alone. Letting go is a form of extraordinary self-respect. Try to say something positive to yourself every day. Like, today I did my best, or I deserve to be happy. Sometimes we are too hard on ourselves, even though who else will support you if not yourself? Okay, let's start this self-love journey together. We learn slowly to become better people. For ourselves first, then for others. How? Are you ready? Okay, so this is it. Let's talk about knowing your own worth. Jack wants to start with a simple question. Do you know your own worth? Sometimes we are so busy chasing approval from other people that we forget to stop for a moment. Sit down and reflect on yourself. What do you actually bring to the table? Your self-worth can vary. Maybe you are a person who always cares about your friends, good at making the atmosphere funny. Or maybe you're the hard-working type who takes things seriously. But unfortunately, we often forget these things because it is too focused on external validation. Is that true? Well, this is the important point. You can't wait for others to acknowledge your worth. If you don't believe in your own worth, then how can other people believe in you? We are so often hard on ourselves. Like there's something small wrong, immediately feel unworthy, even though such an attitude is not fair to you. So let's start from once. Let's try to see yourself from a positive side. No need to be shy, no need to be embarrassed. Just write down all the cool things about you and then make a list. From the small things about you to the big things, put everything into that list. Then Jack wants to emphasize one more very important thing. Your self-worth does not depend on who wants to acknowledge it or not. That their self-worth already exists because it is valuable, not because other people say you're cool. So remember, the most important validation comes from within yourself. If you are sure of what you have, positive energy will radiate on its own, and the people around you will feel the atmosphere. Believe me, loving yourself is a process, not an instant goal. It's okay if today you are still struggling to feel enough. The important thing is that you don't stop learning to accept yourself as you are. So starting today, give yourself some time. Appreciate your efforts no matter how small they are. Because your self-worth has been there from the start, and you don't need proof from anyone. Okay, so here it is. This second thing is a bit heavy, but very important for us to discuss. Let go of people who don't appreciate you. Sometimes we are too busy expecting others to see how valuable we are. But what if they never see it? Do we always have to endure and torture ourselves just to get recognition from them? The answer is very simple, guys. No need. Seriously, there's no point in forcing yourself to stay in a place that doesn't appreciate you. Jack understands this is not an easy thing. It feels very hard to let go, especially if you have invested a lot there. You may think, but I put a lot of my time, energy, and feelings into this. If I leave, will I meet someone better? Listen carefully, Jack. You better be alone first, rather than being in an environment or relationship that gives nothing or only gives pain. Life is short if you spend it with people who only make you doubt your own worth. Remember, they can't see your grades. That's their problem, not yours. You don't need to tire yourself out proving yourself to them. Your self-worth does not depend on how they see you. Sometimes people will realize that you are valuable when you are no longer with them. So if you feel tired enough, let go. Let them lose you. Because maybe that's the best way for them to learn that you can't be treated carelessly. You deserve the best. If they can't appreciate you now, they also do not deserve to enjoy your greatness in the future. So don't be afraid to walk away. Letting go doesn't mean you failed, but it's a sign that you have the courage to choose your own happiness. So come on, start prioritizing yourself and let people who don't appreciate you become an old story. Okay, so now we go to the third point. Focus on self-validation. Jack wants you to remember this well, okay? You don't need approval from anyone to feel valuable. Seriously, as long as you know what you have, what you bring to the table is more than enough. Sometimes we are too busy looking for recognition from other people until we forget that actually the most important validation comes from ourselves. So come on, start learning to believe in your worth without waiting for recognition from others. Well, the easiest way to start validating yourself is by giving yourself appreciation every day. No need to start with something complicated, just start with something small. For example, you can wake up early in the morning. Wow, I'm great. You finished the hard work. Wow, I'm cool. Or even as easy as you dare to say no to something that doesn't make you uncomfortable. According to Jack, that's a really amazing thing. Things like this seem small, but if you get used to acknowledging your own achievements, over time it becomes a strong foundation of self-confidence. The problem is that many of us often focus on things that have not been achieved. We are busy thinking about what is missing, what is not finished, until we forget to give ourselves credit for what we have done, even though the journey is as important as your destination. So from now on, get used to reflecting every day. Write down or think about the things you have accomplished that day. Believe me, when you start to give yourself credit, your world or life will be brighter and more positive. The validation you need doesn't have to come from other people. Sometimes we wait for people to say, "Wow, you're really cool," to feel worthy or happy. But the fact is, you just tell yourself, try saying it when you look in the mirror, "I'm proud of myself." Or just say, "I've done my best today." Take it slow. This mindset will change the way you see life. You will be more relaxed, more confident, and not easily shaken by other people's opinions. Fourth, go to a place where you are appreciated. If you already understand your self-worth, now you take that value to a place where others can appreciate it too. This could be anything. Maybe you move to a job that better appreciates your skills, or you can go out with friends who make you feel accepted for who you are. Life feels short when spent in a place where you are only tolerated, not celebrated. And if you haven't found that place yet, Jack wants you to make it yourself. Make your life a place where you feel happy and appreciated. This may not be easy, but believe me, it is possible. Okay, now we come to the last point and no less important. Let others lose you! This might make you nervous, huh? Because we are often very afraid to leave a situation or a person. Maybe you think, will I meet someone better? Or will I regret it later? Okay, Jack understands that feeling, but listen first, okay? You don't have to worry too much about it. If they can't see your greatness, then let them lose you. Sometimes the way to find something better is to let go. Oftentimes, people will realize how valuable you are when you are no longer around them. And, hey, it's not your problem, but it's their problem. You can't force people to see your worth if they don't want to open their eyes. So stop wasting energy trying to make them understand. Your job is not to convince others of your greatness. Your job is to focus on continuing to be the best version of yourself. People who can't appreciate you, let them go. There's no point in staying in a place that only makes you doubt your own worth. Interestingly, on the other hand, about letting this go, there is good news. Maybe you forgot. Once you dare to let go, you will meet people who really understand that you are special. These people don't need you to bother convincing them. They see you for who you are, and they appreciate that unconditionally. They are the people who know your worth, without you having to prove anything. So don't be afraid of losing people who can't see you, because in this world, there are still many people who deserve to be in your life. Losing is not the end of your story. Sometimes loss is a door you have to pass through to get to something better. So let people who can't appreciate you lose you. Let them go without resentment, without hesitation. Focus on those who truly see your value, because they are the ones who will make your life more meaningful. Remember, your life is too precious to be spent with the wrong person. So from now on, choose the person who deserves to be in your life story. So guys, we've had a long chat about how to stop seeking validation from people. Let go of people who don't appreciate it. And of course, learn to truly value yourself. Jack understands this is not something easy. Sometimes it feels like riding a roller coaster. Makes you think, can I really do this? Listen, Jack, this is all worth doing. This journey may be slow, but every step makes you stronger and more confident. One thing Jack wants you to remember is this. You are enough. You are valuable. You deserve to be appreciated. Don't care about what other people say. Your value does not depend on what they say. So from now on, let's dare to get out of a place or relationship that can no longer support your happiness. Your life is too precious, too short to be spent in the wrong place. Or be with people who don't see your greatness. You deserve the best, no less, no more. Jack hopes you come out of this video with one important message. Respect yourself first. And if you can accept reality and appreciate who you are, the right people will automatically come into your life. Those who can't see your worth, let them go, because they are not part of your future. Focus on being with people who truly deserve to be in your life. That makes you grow. That makes you feel appreciated without having to try hard to prove anything. Lastly, if you like discussions like this, don't forget to like and share with your friends who need to hear this message. And subscribe so you don't miss other videos. Jack wants to say this directly to you guys. You may not realize it, but Jack is sure you are great. And Jack believes you will do extraordinary things in your life. That's all for today. Stay healthy and have a nice day, guys. As usual, value yourself above your feelings. Ignore what you feel. And remember what you deserve. If you want your relationship to be much better and healthier, appreciate and treat yourself well first. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video, friends.